Well, we are back. And folks, we have 2 words for you to go ahead and start this whole thing. Fuck Paul.
Right?
Yeah.
Just seriously, fuck Paul. Folks, one of the topics that we are really excited to talk about this week is the fact that the character of Paul, the worst character that Marvel Comics has created in decades, because he's the self-insert of Zeb Wells, is now no longer a part of the life of Mary Jane Watson, which is awesome. And we're also going to be talking about Gina Carano beating the mouse, and then on top of that, we'll also be discussing the fact that Nintendo kind of sucks, and they're kind of evil, like I've been saying for years. And,
Ashman, fool you.
Yeah. And I had to listen to K-pop.
Liked it.
It's complicated. We'll get to that.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
All right, folks, welcome once again to another episode of On the Grind. All right. The weekly review.
K-pop Demon Hunters, my favorite movie of the year.
I did indeed watch it.
Terrible.
I know. I feel terrible.
You feel good.
Do I, though?
That sounds like a you problem, but you feel good.
I have mixed feelings on this. So, I am not the target audience for this at all.
No.
It's kind of hilarious. Like, this is the sort of movie that I would watch if my sister said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in town. I gotta do a bunch of business stuff though. Can you watch your nieces?" I'd be like, "Sure." This is the movie I would put on. Like, and that, by the way, for me, that's high praise. But I'm clearly not the target audience. I do not like K-pop at all. I don't mind Korean women. I mean...
Yes, you remind me that you don't like K-pop all throughout this entire ordeal.
I did. But there is a lot to like with this movie. I will give it that. Let me get my gripes out of the way, just so people can kind of understand why this is kind of hard for me to watch. It's just really just not my taste. Like, I am somebody who, I really like war movies. I obviously love giant robots and gun. I'm like, how do I put this? Wait a minute. Tall, American, played football, is a boxer. Oh fuck, I'm Chippity Crockett from G Gundam. Because I'm also very American.
America.
But, as typical as it sounds, I'm just into guy stuff. You know? But I'm still able to recognize good craftsmanship when I see it. And the other thing that I have to make a gripe about is why I don't like K-pop. Now, I don't dislike some pop music. I don't, believe it or not. I actually really like Michael Jackson. I can't think of a lot of other pop artists outside of him that I really enjoy, but I do really like Michael Jackson. Because his music's just... Jackson's music is just banger after banger. He was really fucking good. But...
Yes, you got... Maybe add Madonna.
Some of Madonna's songs are good.
Some, yeah.
I'm trying to think of stuff from
the 90s.
The 90s is when I was really music cognizant, so I'm trying to think.
Like, I mean, everyone can sing from my area can sing that every fucking Backstreet Boys song that was on the radio.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that.
Were they good though?
God, there's not a lot from the 90s that I would say that I could sit down and listen to. Aside from Michael Jackson, there's some things with Madonna. Like a Prayer is legitimately a fantastic song.
Like a bird, I'll take you there.
Some Janet Jackson stuff is pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it's a good portion of that, and I will admit my brain really, really used to like Lady Gaga for the longest time.
She's got a couple good tracks that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. And then that one Kylie Minogue song.
the only one that people know.
Can't get you out of my head.
But I'm more of a fan of like when pop music there was a lot more instrumentality to it. Like that's when people played their own instruments or they had a good backing band, because Michael Jackson's family came from Motown, like the Motown influence. So having a backing band was important. Having the actual music is important. If you look at a lot of or some stuff like The Police were a pop band, you know, stuff like that. But you could also consider them rock. REM kind of is like on that line. Genesis is kind of on that line. Genesis is awesome. But my whole thing is I'm really big on instruments. You know, I'm a musician myself. You know, I play 5 of them. And I've done everything from play in worship bands at church to jamming with other, you know, musicians. We were going to start a band, but it didn't pan out. And being in like marching band and also playing other classical music as part of like my school band when I was in high school and junior high. Like I've got a lot of like music is big for me, basically. If I was not doing content creation, if I could have a job in or around music, any job, even if I was just a fucking roadie, I'd be in heaven, honestly. Because I just love it that much. So with stuff like this, like that's like K-pop to me feels very artificial in its instrumentality, because it's non-existent. Everything is synthesized. Even the drums, I can tell they're keyed up in software. They're not played. And that I'm never going to be a fan of. And a lot of pop music has been influenced by K-pop in that regard. So that's part of the reason why K-pop just doesn't vibe with me at all. Like it's just it's sort of like eating McDonald's. It's very processed.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah. However, that doesn't mean that it's not possible to do something interesting within the genre. I did not like a lot of the songs in this, except for the last 2, which was the duet and
Free.
Yeah, and then what was the last one?
What sounds like my favorite song of the movie.
What It Sounds Like was good, but largely because of the songwriting is really solid. Whoever wrote the lyrics to those 2 was on it. They were really on their game. So for
Despite
me,
what everybody says about Golden, I'm not much of a fan of Golden. I have similar criticism that you have with some aspects of pop. Like it's one of the most popular songs from the movie. It's just not the song that I am going to go out my way and like play while I'm traveling or I'm doing something.
Basically, but if you like, and I know it's not fair to compare it to the King of Pop, but if you start hearing that bass line, do 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 do, and then the bump bump, the keyboard comes in, bump bump, and then Billie Jean is not my love. Yeah, it's just, it rolls so perfectly. A lot of that's the human element in every aspect of it. So again, it's not fair to compare it to Michael Jackson. He is legitimately the best in any, in like, he's so good. I think that in regards to like stage, but it's so crazy thinking about him. I could do a whole discussion about Michael Jackson. He, as a pop star, the one thing I will note, this is a guy who had rock star presence, like rock frontman presence, as a pop star. That's not something a lot of pop stars could say about themselves. You know,
Like, what was that one Super Bowl performance of him? He comes up on stage, and bro is just there.
he is walking aura.
He can't do anything. He can't do anything because everyone is just screaming.
Yeah, he had the it factor, and it actually helps out that he hung around with rock vocalists. Ozzy Osbourne knew him. Rob Halford knew him. He was really good friends with Freddie Mercury. And those are three of the greatest metal frontmen ever, R.I.P. Ozzy. You know, like Halford especially, and even more so Freddie Mercury. Because nobody that's ever been in music has had the stage presence of Freddie Mercury. No one. And not since. Like, it's like Freddie Mercury got a whole crowd singing his vocal warm-up.
Oh, I remember seeing that concert too.
That's
Yeah.
That's on Live Aid. Yep, just that performance of Hammer to Fall is one of the greatest live performances ever. But anyway, so that's kind of like, just to give people like an idea of like where I sit with music. And but I will say this, everything else about this movie is exactly the way it should be in regards to a good animation that is aimed at girls. You know, the story is lighthearted. It has a very positive message to it about effectively overcoming your flaws and understanding that you can work past them. You know, that very positive message, especially for young girls. Something that we don't get a lot of, in my opinion, these days. I feel like there's a lot of media out there aimed towards young girls that want to make everybody a fucking girl boss. It's like, no. That's not how you want your daughters to act.
Yes, I fucking hate modern girl media. I grew up on stuff like Wings Club, Bratz, Tokyo Mew Mew, Sailor Moon. And like, what does the girls of this generation have? Nothing.
Pretty much.
Nothing comes to mind. Ugh.
Even like children's television. In hindsight, I don't mind Barney as much because I'm very glad that my youngest sister really loves to hug people. Like where's that positive message? You know, bring back that shit. But anyway, but no, this is like, this reminded me also of like the level of energy when like DreamWorks was really hitting it when it came to their animation. Around the time that like they did Kung Fu Panda and How to Train Your Dragon and stuff like that, where they were like banging out the hits. This reminded me of like DreamWorks at its peak.
Oh, that's a hell of a fucking like promotion right there. God.
Yeah. Because like, I will admit it, one of my favorite movies ever is Kung Fu Panda.
Really?
Yeah. I will quote that movie with my with buddies of mine. I used to actually really annoyingly quote it in boxing practice. There was one dude who I've told this story, like a little bit of the story before. There's this young guy. We were in boxing sparring, and he is laying into me. I've got my guard up, so he's not like hitting anything clean, but he's throwing at 100%. And in sparring, you're not supposed to throw that hard. So I'm just kind of getting annoyed with him and just letting him kind of tire himself out. And then it comes a point where, and by the way, we are several weight classes different. Like, I'm a heavyweight. This dude is like a welterweight. And, you know, if you look up boxing weight classes, that's a big divide. So he finally gives me an opening because I notice as he's throwing his right hook, the left part of his body is wide open. That's your liver.
Oh, no. No.
And I have a killer left hook. I bury him with a left hook. You hear it throughout the whole gym. It is just thud. It's like hitting a steak with a baseball bat. And he goes down, and the first word I say afterwards is skadoosh.
God, Micah.
But yeah, I love Kung Fu Panda. But yeah, this reminds me a lot of that era of DreamWorks. Character-wise, the girls, they all have distinctive personalities. I admittedly liked the American one. But...
Oh, Zoe.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Is it just me, or does she feel like she's inspired by Calliope Mori?
No.
Oh.
I would say Mira is more inspired by Calliope Mori.
The rapper girl?
Yeah. No,
that's what I
rapper girl
thought that
is
she was.
Zoe. She's the,
I thought that she was the one that the rapper girl was the one that was from America.
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Mira? Because Mira's the pink-haired one.
Yeah, I thought she was the one who did the rapping.
Well, technically speaking, Zoe was a rapper first. Do you mean? Which girl are you talking about? You talking about the short-haired girl?
Okay, I'm talking about the pink-haired girl. I got them mixed up. That's my bad.
Oh God, Micah.
Hey.
But Zoe was like portrayed to be the rapper of the group.
Huh. I think what got me mixed up is, admittedly, tomboy and rapper kind of seem to go together. But now that you mention it, my brain is correcting itself.
Yeah, they like in the song Golden, they established that she was prior to Golden, they established that she was a rapper first from America. So you're a fan. So your favorite character is Mira, the deadpan snarker girl, the pink-haired one.
Yeah, which probably surprises no one.
Of course.
I mean, fair enough.
But yeah, something about her kind of like made me think Calliope Mori for it. Might just be the hair, but But yeah, she was the three that I liked for obvious reasons. Here's one gripe that I have about Korea and male pop stars. They make them super gay.
Oh, good lord! They love themselves some what's the word? Some what is it called? Not bishonen. They're like
metrosexual.
It's part of Korean culture. Not quite. It's a type of touching that they're expected to do with each other, and Korean males and Korean females will do that to each other, where it's like it looks homosexual.
I'm not into like Korean boy bands like that. I have worked around and been around women and girls who are into like BTS and all of them. I can never get into them.
Mm-hmm.
I just prefer to stay with the female side of K-pop.
I'll go look up the word. If I suddenly shout out the word, I'll be like, yeah, that was that fucking word.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, like that was just something that I'm like, I'm sitting here like, man, y'all are like turbo gay. Like what the fuck is it about fucking like it's a male thing with like K-pop, cuz like I remember the boy band days vividly. I had to live them cuz my girlfriend at the time was fucking obsessed with NSYNC and fucking Backstreet Boys and shit. And like I remember 98 Degrees, for fuck's sake. Most people never talk about them. But except for the yeah, exactly. Except for the dude that married Jessica Simpson, and even then, I don't even remember the dude's name. So, but like boy bands, they weren't that gay. But these guys are like
different culture.
Well, for those of you out in Korea land, I'm sorry, bro, but like some of these dudes seem I'm so just so you know from the American perspective, y'all look like you fucking.
Look, we say this. You can say the same thing about idol culture, because some of the girls, they are a little bit too close. And like Japanese idol culture, they play into that.
Might
if you
be
know someone who watches VTubers, you've probably seen it.
Yeah, because it is true. There's a lot of VTubers that talk a lot about how much they've seen each other naked. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, look, I know what you're doing. And it will not work on me, devil woman.
Jesus Christ, Micah, really.
Hey, I'm just saying. Sometimes, to stay focused, you have to be a man of focus, commitment, and sheer fucking will. So, no hoes. I'm kidding. I'm sure that a lot of those girls aren't hoes either. I know what you're doing. I get it. It's part of the game. We all play it. We all play it in our own way. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But anyway, back on the movie. But other than that, like it's kind of like you're I don't want to say typical, but it has the same sort of ebb and flow that a lot of stories that came out like 20 or so years ago did for animated movies towards a younger demographic, particularly girls, is, you know, it's basic, and it basically what it is it's the hero with 1,000 faces. It's straight out of Joseph Campbell. And that's why it's so fucking appealing, because there's levels that you can identify with. What was the lead character's name again for Serena? Because you know I'm bad with names. Rumi. A lot of people can identify with her struggles. We've all had that part of ourselves that we're ashamed of, you know, and we don't know what to do with. And you got people around you that are just trying to hide it or shove it and throw it away, when in reality, you know, maybe it's not that bad, or maybe you're looking at it the wrong way, you know? I think a lot of people can identify that. But that style of storytelling is very easy to sink your teeth into. So overall, like, am I going to necessarily watch this again? Probably not. But it's not a bad movie at all. It's a good film. It's just not my thing.
Keep in mind, this movie cracked the #1 on the Billboard.
Yeah.
A month after it came out, and they're in talks. There are talks with the directors of the film about doing a sequel.
Oh, this is gonna be a series.
Yes, this needs to be a fucking series.
This shit's gonna print money.
Skinship.
That's it. Culture. Yes. That's it.
There we go.
Yeah, it's fucking gay. And admittedly, there are women who do that too. There's that one. I was
gonna eventually yell it.
There's that one girl that in the locker room touches everybody too much. Serena probably knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, was a girl in the high school, and I always try to keep my distance.
Yeah.
Do not touch me.
And fucking.
That would be if I in a different universe. If I became a K-pop singer in a different universe, I will have in my contract as "Do not fucking touch me." I'm not doing that gay skinship nonsense.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm just glad I found the fucking word.
But yeah, what I reckon, like me personally, what I'd be like, if there's a dads out there that watch this, you want to watch this with your daughter, go for it. It might not be your thing, but it's probably going to be hers, and it'll at least give you time to spend with your kid, and that's always a positive thing. Because again, there's a lot of movies out there that are aimed at that market that fucking suck and have terrible messages behind them. This is not one of them. This is pretty good stuff. So.
Acolyte. So,
God.
Yeah. God. The power of one, the power of two, the power of fuck off.
Remember, girls, it's okay to kill your father figure if it's for a hot guy.
I mean,
females, fucking female serial killer logic. And don't forget, put his head in the fridge. Oh, God. All right, let's move on. All right, so this one's wild. I did not know if this was going to happen. I am shocked that it did happen, but it's good news. I wish Hatman was here to do his usual good news, everyone. But, yeah, Gina Carano beat the mouse. Like, I am...
fuck yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like, she legit beat him, folks. Like, so effectively what happened is there was a court settlement. But whenever you're the defending party and there is the possibility of wrongdoing and you're basically firing someone and you're being sued and you settle, and the statement is, we look forward to working with her again, you lost. She had you. And by the way, and I'm just going to give my perspective real quick on this, so you guys can chime in on it. I think, honestly, that, yeah, she was discriminated against because of her personal politics, because she's a Republican. I absolutely think that. I think that there were people online that saw she's a Republican and they wanted her canceled, and Disney caved into the mob, and Kathleen Kennedy caved into the mob and fired her, despite the fact that the director of the show said that he loved working with her, that Pedro Pascal, who is as lefty as it gets, said he loved working with her and wanted her back. All of her co-hosts, again, who are lefties. Bill Burr, super lefty. Like, all of them were like, yeah, we would love to have Gina back. We have nothing but positive things to say about Gina. She's a total sweetheart. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, they all wanted her.
Hard. Like, super hard to pull off. Oh,
yeah. And by the way, who's the guy who's the second the one under Kathleen Kennedy, who under the Star Wars branch, David
Zaslav?
Not Zaslav.
Filoni, David Filoni?
Yeah, Dave Filoni. Even Dave Filoni was like, I still want to work with her. Like, it was such an unpopular move to get rid of her because everybody liked her. Everybody liked the character of Cara Dune. People that were skeptical about her, that were like, oh, she's the reason that Star Wars is woke now, and blah, 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 ended up falling in love with this character.
Shut up. Yeah, they shut up fucking quick. That was actually really, really impressive, actually.
I remember being on a live stream with a few content creators that have like a couple thousand subscriber channels, And they were saying that. I'm like, y'all are full of shit. And they didn't believe me when I said, trust me when I tell you, this character is not going to be what you think she is. And I have a feeling, knowing the actress, that she's going to come across as legit. Because at one point, she was one of the greatest female martial artists on Earth. Which is true. For those who do not know, Gina Carano was a pioneer of women's mixed martial arts. There's no Ronda Rousey without Gina Carano. She was
really?
She was a big star.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought Ronda was the one who was like the pioneer for women in like mixed martial arts.
Nah, Gina Carano, she was fighting on because she started out as a professional Muay Thai fighter, and then she moved into mixed martial arts, and she made she was the first female fighter to ever be on a mixed martial arts card on primetime television. She was on CBS for a promotion that existed at the time called Elite XC. And people thought she was awesome. Then she was on the next one. She choked her opponent unconscious. Beat her next opponent by knockout. Like, people loved her. Because she wasn't like... Admittedly, a lot of it has to do with the fact I don't want to downplay Gina's accomplishments. Again, she's a very decorated martial artist. She deserves to be respected for that. She's also very pretty. And
I was wondering why she was like built like a fucking brick shithouse, and then it all clicked when he said Muay Thai. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, like, and she's like ridiculously, because she's a very, very tall woman too. She's 5'8". For a woman's pretty tall. She fought at featherweight, which is the biggest division that you see out there. But yeah, she was big on the mixed martial arts scene and one of the most beloved people in MMA, and it's just one of those things where she just...
It's just like unconscionable.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking bonkers that she got fired when she did, and it was obviously over politics. Like, the decision reeked of Kathleen Kennedy. It reeked of Kathleen Kennedy. And it was so unpopular. Like, if the lefty stars of the show are saying this was a bad call, you fucked up. So I'm just glad that she got the W. What do you guys think about this?
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I didn't think it ever happened.
To be fair, I mean, Elon was like backing the lawsuit, so I'm just glad that it worked out. Ugh.
What do you think, Serena?
Especially.
Honestly, I kind of didn't have the like. I just thought Disney was going to drag it out to a point of like she'll just be mentally exhausted, because there are big companies that will do that. They'll play the waiting game until you eventually run out of money or just become so exhausted by the situation you just decide to quit. I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad that I was wrong.
Oh, it's so fantastic.
Yeah. So as it stands, I'm happy to see like what she's gonna do next. I'm hoping they bring her back as Cara Dune. The Mandalorian had such a strong cast, and I feel like bringing her back in will tie elements of it back together. And I have a feeling
I might even start watching it.
Yeah, same here. Because just having Pedro Pascal and a puppet, it needs more than that.
Yeah. Look at me, a lot of people love Grogu, but Grogu is not enough to like carry an entire series.
Pretty much. So, looking forward to that. Very, very happy for her. But on top of her, like, I think I'm also just as happy for Jon Favreau, because he clearly had a plan, and you know, it got fucked up because Kathleen Kennedy couldn't get over her fucking politics, allegedly. So yeah, good news there. Next topic of the week, we've got Serena. Tell us about what the fuck is going on with Nintendo going after a charity event.
Nintendo is the devil. In case people need a reminder, Nintendo issued a warning to a speed that mustache. Don't let the mustache fool you guys. That mustache is the devil. Anyway, Nintendo issued a warning to a speedrunning charity event in Japan, which led to the organizers pulling its games from their lineup. At the biggest charity speedrunning series in Japan, many had been looking forward to the RTA Summer 2025 event, the marathon, which takes place from August 9th to August 15th. So I think it just ended. Yeah, it just ended. 2025 showcase its lineup of games back in June, from Cuphead, Silent Hill 2 to The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, and many other games. There are plenty of popular titles that gamers are familiar with. However, there's one noble thing is lack of Nintendo games. Organizers or charity speedrunning event organizers were warned by Nintendo they will have to ask for permission in advance to feature their games during the event on June 13th. So they have to ask for permission to play and stream their games for a literal charity event. Which this is not the first time Nintendo has weaponized copyright against other people. Now, people who've been in the gaming community have been familiar with Nintendo's antics when it comes to fan-created games.
Oh god, they're so fucking mean.
Yeah, there was I remember a bunch of Pokemon and Mario fan-created games, and once the game started getting traction, Nintendo basically sent a cease and desist. I'm all for people protecting their IPs, so long as those IPs are not, let me rephrase this. I'm all for companies protecting their IPs, but there's a difference between someone using it not to make money for themselves or someone doing it out of a labor of love. In many of these cases, when it comes to the fan games, it was just people doing it out of a labor of love. They had, I think a very few of them had intentions to sell those fan games. But I believe this hurts Nintendo very much. This is just fucking ridiculous. Nintendo has even sent cease and desist letters for the most minute things. You can't even have a Mario themed birthday party without them getting anal about it.
I think the only one meaner about these sort of things, is Disney, and then Games Workshop is similarly fucking really mean.
That still pisses me off about the Games Workshop, because the Emperor had text-to speech was how I got into 40K. Because originally I had no idea what the fuck a Warhammer was.
Well, there's 40,000 of them, and Bourne's brother Dorn are trying to get all of them. Anyway,
I would actually put Nintendo above Games Workshop, and there's a reason why. The reason I would put it above Games Workshop is with Emperor's text to speech. This is the thing that the dude leaves out. Part of the problem and the reason that they gave him a cease and desist is because he was selling merch that was of the JoJo custodians.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Because people will quote like, oh, like Astartes and this and that. Astartes was put on YouTube on a channel that never had monetization.
Mm-hmm.
No Patreon, no nothing.
Not a fucking cent to be gone ahead. And I will give a little bit of leeway to Games Workshop as well, because they are in the UK, which is extremely litigious. Extremely. If you don't protect your shit, you lose it. So there's that. Now, I don't exactly know everything about copyright law in Japan. I don't think anybody here does. But I feel like if this was for a PR situation, the best circumstance that they could do is inform everyone involved that yes, this is their IP. Yes, you can use this for this circumstance. Just let us have the good PR for allowing you to have it. Because I guarantee nobody else is flinching at this being used as for charity. Not a single one of those companies mentioned is flinching. Hell.
But I'm like, why do they need to be hawkish about it?
Hard to say. But I bet you it's also one of those circumstances. Like, I believe one of the issues is that fair use kind of doesn't exist over there in Japan. Where we have over here, you can fair use anything as long as it's with. You're not actively attempting to undermine, which is why you have all these parodies over in the U.S. where it's protected under law.
Yep.
And you'll notice when they're trying to parody things over in Japan, they will do their best to censor everything, make it obvious who they're talking about. But they will blank out words, they will blank out letters, they'll blank out this, that, and the other, and then just go from there. But I'm pretty certain it's just from the fact that they don't really have a fair use culture over there.
Yeah, it's wild. The thing that bothers me most about it, and this is also why I don't think that Games Workshop is as bad as Nintendo, is because they've never done something like this to a charity.
Mm-hmm. God, could you imagine the fucking bad PR they'd get from that shit? Holy.
I know, right? Like, I like, let's say that you wanted to do like a 40K tournament for charity. I have a feeling if you emailed GW, they would give you their blessing. You know, like they're a small company. Like, a lot of people actually don't realize how small they are. So it's one of those things where, like, it's a charity event, for fuck's sake, and you came in and, oh my god, that's like puppy kickingly evil.
That's why I say Nintendo's a devil. Don't let the funny mustache man fool you.
I've been telling people for years, Nintendo is not what Movie Bob sold everybody on.
They're like this far from the Yakuza. Like, not, you can't see my fingers, but they're not very far from each other.
Yeah, it's cartoonishly, like, this is like some Snidely Whiplash stuff. Like it just, we used Wario for the fucking image on the YouTube version. I could just imagine like fucking Miyamoto with a fucking mustache in his office going, "Meh, I'm going to stop the charity event from using our video games. Meh." It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? How dare I want to speedrun Donkey Kong Country so little kids don't get AIDS or some shit? What the fuck?
Then Nintendo's like, fuck them kids. Give me money.
Yeah, exactly. We get paid before the children do. Nah. What is this?
I feel like this is the beginning of the end of Nintendo's goodwill. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they seem to have like goodwill for so fucking long. And now it's events like these, the fact that you can't fucking play. Okay, so another thing, if you want to play like Nintendo games on YouTube, you have to dedicate your entire channel to playing that. So that way they don't dilute their portion of the fucking advertisement money that they get from YouTube, because they do get money from YouTube when you fucking play the game that is on your channel. And I think only a couple companies have managed to get the rights to also play something else. Hololive being among them, which is incredibly TBH. And it's just, they just suck. I don't know why anybody likes them outside of nostalgia anymore.
Who is worse, Nintendo or Konami?
Oh, at this point, Nintendo.
Shit. Nintendo, yeah. Because Konami got kind of stuck in that one situation without having a loud American to tell them that they're being dumb.
And the big thing with Konami was firing Kojima. And then the push for the fucking like pachinko stuff, as opposed to actually like making a good Silent Hill game or making a good Metal Gear Solid game. So, from what I understand, they've had a leadership change since those days, and it's obviously like taken big effect.
For the better.
Yeah, because the Silent Hill 2 remake, holy shit. I'm gonna play that again for Halloween, but it was so good. And
then suppose the new Silent Hill game coming out, that I will say that's okay looking. I mean, it's basically gonna end up being a Dark Souls clone, but it is what it is.
It looks creepy as hell, you know. So there's that.
That's what's important.
When does that come out, by the way?
Let me go find out.
The one thing I'm actually checking my schedule for is
I know the.
I just realized something. Okay, so this is something that I have to kind of. I'll go into more detail, but at the end of the show. But I am taking
September 5th.
Oh, nice. I am taking
a new Silent Hill.
Sadly, I'm not going to have enough money to buy it immediately, but I'm definitely going to pick it up at some point. But the week of I'm taking a week break for the last week of the month, and what's great is Gears of War Reloaded comes out the Tuesday of that week, and Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out on Thursday. That's gonna be a great week. Oh man. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, fuck Nintendo. Just you know, I'm hitting the fucking button. Jesus Christ.
Fuck them.
All right, on to our final topic of the week. Fucking Paul.
Fucking Paul. Fuck Paul.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah, I'm hitting the button again. Fuck him.
Fuck them.
Just this guy sucks. This is like the worst, like legitimately one of the worst characters in comic books over the last 20 years is literally just a guy named Paul. Some of you might be asking, why do you hate Paul? Well, the reason that we hate Paul is that he is the self-insert of a guy named Zeb Wells. Zeb Wells, because he is friends with the editorial board at Marvel, was gifted The Amazing Spider-Man, the flagship comic book property at Marvel Comics. Given to him on a silver platter, and he wrote the worst Spider-Man ever. Quite literally, when you go online, and maybe it's a recency bias thing, but if you look up worst Spider-Man runs ever, Zeb Wells is number 1 every single time. Mostly because he didn't deserve it. He's not a good writer. So, and a big part of the plot was that this character named Paul existed just to cuck Spider-Man. And lo and behold, he looks just like Zeb Wells, but with darker hair. Interesting.
Which is pretty pathetic that you had to ruin a very famous comic book relationship so you can, bring your fucking self-insert fanfiction to life.
Right?
This is why I hate fucking self-inserts.
Yeah. I'll just say this right now, folks. Authors who feature their self-inserts are not worth their salt. You should not be published, in my opinion.
Micah, please call me out if I ever do some dumb shit like that. Please.
I will never, ever, ever write that or allow somebody else to put a self-insert in. No. Not doing it. Oh, there's this character, and he's the most awesomest guy ever, and he kills aliens and doesn't afraid of anything. Nah, not happening. Hate that shit. Paul is that. He's apparently a super genius who created a device to turn Mary Jane into a superhero that gives you superpowers based on a slot machine. And
that isn't even reliable because, again, she almost died a couple of times because of how unreliable it is.
Yeah, well, it's
randomized.
Yeah, why would you want random powers? What the fuck kind of...
And what led to Mary Jane, because I read a bit of the comic, what led to Mary Jane becoming Venom was because of Paul's dumbass invention almost killing her.
Yeah, there's...
So apparently this stupid motherfucker put a death crossbone. Basically, he put a kill switch in the device Mary Jane was using, and when the kill switch went crossbone, it starts killing her. So in order to save her life, Venom had to fuse with her atoms in order to keep her from disintegrating.
Yeah, that.
Why would you?
That's a level of stupid that is insane. He created a device, just the unreliability of random power generation. I need to lift this 10-ton truck. Okay, let me press the button, and it's 3 lemons. Suddenly you have the ability to turn anything sour. What?
Or you can literally turn yourself into a slime creature.
Yeah, it's it's so stupid. It's I need to lift this heavy thing. Why do I have X-ray vision? What the fuck is going on? So it's the dumbest shit. And then why didn't you program in why didn't you program in a switch that is basically just says kill yourself? And then it kills you. Who programmed this? Low tier god? What the fuck? What the hell? It's so dumb.
The entire concept of what was her jackpot was just stupid. I don't even like it. It made no sense because she's one of the most useless superheroes ever.
Pretty much. It's jackpot. We need to get Get in here. There's children trapped in the manhole. Can you help us? Sorry, the machine that I just hit. Now I can only talk to fish for the next hour. But we're in the middle of a city. Yeah, I know, and that guy's goldfish up there is really pissed off. Like, what the hell?
And how Mary Jane breaks up with him is probably the most funniest thing, because she gives the, to all you fellas out here who probably have dated women, she gives the it's not you, it's me, but it's actually you talk that we women are known for. Basically calling him a bitch and just less of a man, but trying to portray it as, oh, you and I just have different values, but you're the most useless man ever. Let me see if I can find the page.
Well, she actually brings up, because I read the comic, she brings up the fact that the jackpot thing, like, why did you program an ability to fucking kill me?
This is what I found the page. This is what she says. And sometimes when you think you're not running away, when you think you're sticking it out, powering through, making the best of it, you look down at your feet and you're at full sprint. Making the best of what, says Paul. I know, and you went and said, oh, that. And this is Mary Jane talking, and it'd be so easy to keep on running, but that wouldn't be fair of me, would it? Not to you, not to Dylan, not to anyone. Keep in mind, Dylan is, what's his name's son? Eddie Brock's son. And either her and Dylan actually like Paul. Dylan just constantly shit talks Paul every time he sees him. And this was Paul. I can do better, MJ. I can be better. MJ literally says, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about us, about two people together, and whether that's working. And I wish I could run from that, but I can't. I just can't, because it hasn't been working now for a long time. Basically telling him that he's the problem in the relationship.
Yeah, because he sucks. Like, in the same issue, she tries to get back with Peter. Though it's not actually Peter, it's Ben Reilly. Who Marvel can't decide if he's good or evil. Yeah, she doesn't know that, obviously. But it's one of those things where it's like... And the glorious thing about this, I said this on Twitter, I will say this again. They give it a full-page spread. It's a full-page art with light from God basically shining in the background. Like Stanley himself has returned from heaven to give his blessings on the words, "Fuck Paul." Oh, Zeb Wells, I don't think you're ever going to hear this, but if you do, eat a dick, you fuck knuckle. You fucking fairy. You suck at this. Don't do it anymore. Go work at McDonald's.
Yeah, please do not write any more comments. You are not good at it.
Fries bag. That's your thing from now on, pal. Jesus fuck. Fuck Zeb Wells, fuck Paul.
Paul. Fuck.
Jesus. I swear. Marvel, I want Marvel to get better. Like they got rid of Ta-Nehisi Coates. That was a big positive. But I want Marvel to get past this thing of like where they've got all these bad writers writing for them. Like that's the big thing. Al Ewing seems like he's trying with Venom. It's really weird for Mary Jane Watson to be Venom. Really weird.
But it gave her an out. It gave her an out. Let's give them that.
Yeah. And if nothing else, like the symbiote is its own entity in this, it's just acting like it usually does, you know. Probably wish whenever Eddie Brock comes back into the picture, because right now he's Carnage, which is really weird. But admittedly, I read that too, and it's actually pretty decently written. Because Eddie is still trying to do the right thing, and Carnage, it's the Carnage symbiote. It wants to kill everything. So, there's interesting struggle there. But, that's interesting stuff. Like they're trying, and that to me is like, it's a nice step forward. Like that, getting rid of Ta-Nehisi Coates is nice. Apparently, though, the guy they got writing Captain America fucking hates the United States, which is like, then why are you writing Captain America?
Oh yeah, he had a recent issue that was basically just shit talking the United States military.
Yeah, you're writing Captain America. Guess what? Steve Rogers, like Captain Steve Rogers of the United States Army. That is his official rank. He's still a ranking officer in the fucking army, you fucking jackass. It's like when people get pissy about, like, the fucking Punisher. Oh, you mean Captain Frank Castle of the United States Marine Corps? That guy who likes guns and military people like him? The Marine? Gee, I wonder why the people that were in the Marine Corps like this guy. Retards, all of you. God.
Why does Nero keep putting these people who very clearly are not interested or know anything about the subject matter dealing with that particular character on these books?
I don't know, but I'm gonna...
Okay, it feels like they were getting USAID money.
I kind of wonder. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go up to Canada. Mike is gonna take me into the wilderness. After I go through, like, a training regiment.
All right.
He's going to do his shaman thing. And we're going to channel the spirit of Jim Shooter into me. Then we're going to airdrop me... Yeah.
All right.
Then we're going to airdrop me like a fucking bomb into Marvel Studios. And I'm just going to... Have you ever seen that British short, The Slap?
Yeah. I think that's Australian, but yeah, I seen it.
Oh, yeah. That. Pretty much that. So, I'll be walking around with the spirit of Jim Shooter just slapping people left and right while Doom music plays in the background. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. My lord. But yeah.
Keep slapping, just fucking cops falling everywhere. Oh.
Well, it's New York. What are they going to use? Harsh language?
Yeah.
So, then I'll go. Then I'll go
Mm.
slap Zamdani or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, shut up, midget. I'll slap you. I'll slap you until you're a capitalist. This is a joke, by the way, for legal reasons. This is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So, folks, that is the show. But this is something that we need to ask everybody who is listening, every single one of you. Grindstone, obviously, we have good news in regards to our comic books. We just got the last page of Cyberpop in. Manito's work is finished for now, at least until the next book, which we have already started the planning phase for. So there will be a closeout for that soon. So if you have not ordered your issue of Cyberpop, please do so now. Also, please head over to, on the same page on Indiegogo, Black Rhapsody Book 2. Because we are almost a quarter of the way funded, but we've only got a week left in the first 30 days. We got some catching up to do here, folks. So if you have not backed the book, please go do so. Because not only does it help out...
Everybody.
Yep. Not only does it help out financially, it helps us with momentum. Momentum is good for morale, keeps us going, keeps us happy. You know? Because Serena has worked very hard on this to bring you guys the best story that she can. Worked with great artists. that are putting in really solid work with the pages, and I have to say real pros in regards to artists as well. They've been very, very easy to work with.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there who have not backed it yet, please do so. On the YouTube version of this, there will be a link in the description to back the book as well. You can just click on it, go back it. You don't have to get the box tier if you can't afford it. Don't worry. Though we do still have a few of those available. But the book is only $25, or you can get both books for $35, both physical. So, yeah, it goes without saying there is quite a bit to love there. So go pick that up. And then the last thing, of course, that I was going to mention is that next week, so the week of the 24th, I will be taking a break. I have been kind of burning the candle at both ends in regards to just kind of everything, and I'm admittedly a little burnt out. So I just need a week to not be in my office for a bit, and to, you know, get some stuff done in my apartment that I've been, you know, I've been putting off for too long, and just stuff like that, and you know, personal issues that I wanna get fixed. And once those are good, then I will be back better than ever. I have no doubt of that. So, but just for those of you who are out there, just know we love you, and I appreciate you especially, because without you guys, we got nothing. So on that note, we are going to go ahead and bring this week's show to a close. So for Serena and Mike, who are with me just about every week, we want you all to know we appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next time.